Coming at you from Scratch Wolf Studio, it's that time again to rage across the internet. It's your very favorite Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. Sitting across from me, the man whose gloves always fit, Mr. Daniel Tyson.
Hey, everybody!
And not to be outdone, it's the new juice, Mr. CJ.
Hey, y'all.
And owner of the shiniest white Bronco, it's our dear friend M.
Hey, Bronco.
And I'm your host, Porter, and the juice is loose. Good to see you, everybody.
Don't you mean the juice got juiced?
It was squeezed for one last time.
He definitely did. He got the squeeze. Little topical this time, maybe.
I mean, it'd be a few weeks.
No, yeah,
yeah,
this is still going to be a few
it'll
weeks.
be a little bit. We got some time for this one to come out.
Like I'm above an OJ joke,
Oh, no, I mean, we've been doing it for 4 years.
right? No, we've been doing it for 24 years.
Wow!
That trial was like 20 years ago, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, someone said, man, that's pretty funny. I just heard that. I just listened to an older episode today, and it was funny because it was an OJ joke. I'm like, well, you got to be a little bit more specific than that.
I actually listened to that episode. It was pretty funny.
Which one was it?
It was 147. It was the one just before. It was us doing something different again.
Okay.
It was that yearly, we're just going to do whatever we want episode.
Yeah. Like
just
those.
before Kaysen and Grant with Doggy Styling. In fact, we reference Kaysen and Grant are about to show up.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That
Was that the one where it was like the OJ pods and everything were brought up?
No, that was a different
See what
show.
I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
There's my point.
it was another time we talked about OJ
Exactly.
a lot. Actually, I hear they want Judge Ito for questioning.
Yeah, after his track record, I really don't think that OJ jokes will never not be topical.
I mean,
yeah, no.
right?
They've been this entire time
Hey.
so far, so.
Hey, and we can't say the cancer dog because it hasn't been convicted yet.
CJ.
Well done.
That was awesome.
Okay, catch my breath. Let's do this.
So welcome to Rage Across the Internet. Believe it or not, a show about Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Eventually.
Not sponsored by Bruno Malia.
Oh my god.
So if this is your first show, you can look forward to more shit like this. But also, this is the show where we talk about the various aspects of Werewolf the Apocalypse and hopes to help you as a player or storyteller to increase your game and generally share the love. And of course, today we are here with the cast of the Dream Chasers.
Yeah.
Hot off the recent end of the Chronicle.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because as we're still recording, obviously, but like the last couple haven't aired yet. And shit, just remembering some of this stuff, my anxiety's going through the roof again.
Oh, you should be worried
I'm excited to get back to playing.
Right, yeah, you should be worried about what's coming next.
Well,
Yeah?
yes. Worried? Yeah, yes, I'm worried. Just gonna say it. Yes, I'm worried.
I'm excited, not worried.
The working title of the next Chronicle is Make Danny Need Heart Pills.
At this rate, it doesn't take much.
Look, and we'll have to get a fourth chair for the medic that's got to be on standby.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
but speaking of the Dream Chasers, actually, you know what? We're not doing that yet, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, okay. Hit me.
Because we're doing a little something new. You know, this is it's a late start to the season, but it is a new season.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we like to switch things up a little bit here and there. And the fact of the matter is we have since 2020 been talking about werewolf every week.
Yeah. Take away a few weeks here and there, but it's close enough.
Right. You know, and look, we love the game and that isn't changing. But also you may have noticed that we tend to screw around for the first bit of the show. So we're gonna do a thing here, and we're now creating a segment. It's yet unnamed. If you got ideas, go ahead. Be
Yeah, hit
nice
us.
though, because Danny's sensitive.
Yes, I am very sensitive.
And so we're going to spend this time talking about other things, pop culture related, maybe stuff that's going on, and we're going to actually make it a segment. This way, if first 20 minutes or so of the show, and this way, if it's something you're not necessarily interested in, you want to just get to the world stuff, to go ahead.
Yeah, if you really want to skip it, go for it.
Right. I mean, you shouldn't. You'll have a good time. But if you want to, well, now we're making it a segment. We're putting a hat on it, so now you can just flash ahead.
All after we tell you all about how you can help and support us.
If support us, make a segment where we don't talk about werewolf.
I guess that was really bad timing, so yeah, I apologize.
No, but I kind of love it.
Being honest.
Right? That's the thing. Like, there's a level of transparency here, and there's a level of, if we're going to show, let's just be unabashedly terrible, but with a hat on while we're doing it.
Yep.
Like fucking
Nice little tip of the hat, yeah.
right. It's like when we started with the Patreon, which we don't do the Patreon anymore, but we have Ko-Fi now. We have for a while, so catch up. Come on.
There's still some people catching up.
There's still some people grandfathered in on that.
Different
It's
story.
it's a very select group of people. We tip our hats to you as well. What are we talking about? We're talking about Ko-Fi. We're talking about support the show.
Yes.
Even from the beginning, though, I felt weird about advertising for it.
Yeah.
So it's like if we can make it fun and shameless,
right.
then that's funny to me, and I feel better about doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it makes it a little easier to do when we can kind of just do it as a joke.
Right. I mean, we mean it, and we can use your help. And it's good for the show. It helps us, ko-fi.com/rage across the internet. You can become a backer. We have some pretty neat thank you rewards on the monthly for those.
Right. The game team, the movie nights, the postmortem series, which we kind of just switched up recently because the stories of Jaeger, Gorefist, and Crimson Ghost are now done.
Yeah, it's now a different era of games.
It's the different era of Porter's games and what was written and decisions thereof. The not so much specific details because those weren't recorded, but the story of what was written and what's there, and I guess from what you remember.
That is a horrible sell.
So I'll say this is a very good source of inspiration, some good place to get some ideas for scenes that could run in your own game.
There we go.
Listen to the last one, and it's kind of like what was written from the storyteller's perspective and what kind of went down in game, and how those two things are alike and different.
True. And with the old series, the old postmortems, which are, of course, still available on the Ko-Fi to purchase, we have the benefit of like Danny and Tom walking through their perspectives on things. And, with the new one, we have Danny and CJ here, and they will be.
Yeah.
We've only done the one so far. Providing questions and things like that. So it's a good time. And then, of course, we have the NPC of the Month Club.
Right.
Which is a NPC from my personal Bible. Once a month. It's right there in the name. It's crazy.
Yep.
But
fully fleshed out character and everything about that character.
well, not the stats, because that's not important.
Yeah, not the stats.
You can do that.
Everything you actually need.
There you go. Make the stats whatever you want, because that's not the important part.
BYOS.
That's right.
BYOS. All right.
Bugs,
Bring your own
you're
stats.
often spacebound. BYOS.
Yeah, that.
Bugs as in insects or bugs as in Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny.
Okay. I thought
Bugs,
so.
you're often spacebound.
Got it.
You haven't seen Space Jam? He was there at least twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what? So if this is something you
Yeah, the
think should be
NPCs
rewarded,
are a lot of fun to read.
Yeah, you really want this as a reward. Congratulations. You got it.
and thank you for saying it. It's always good to.
Yeah.
We don't get a whole lot of feedback. It's good to get the feedback, which is not like an ego thing. It's just I want to know that I'm doing a good job for you guys. I want to know that people are enjoying the value and
Right. If we don't know that they're enjoying a thing, then how do we know it's a good idea to do?
Or, if they're not enjoying it, how do we make it better?
Exactly.
So yeah, support. We appreciate it. Please and thank you.
It's a big deal, and soon some year we will streamline that and make it
Just hit the button.
Make it a little bit we play.
Something like that, yeah. But then again, it's Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/Rage Across the Internet. Also, don't forget to join our Discord community, which you can get to through our website. It's in our forums, the invitation link. And that website is rageacrosstheinternet.com.
.com.
Heyo! We did it.
We did it. We did it.
We did the thing.
Okay. So, going in with this new segment.
Yeah. What do we call it? I don't know.
Again.
Send in ideas.
Yeah. You know, we've had a bunch of little segments that didn't go for very long, but this one will, because we fuck around for the first half hour anyway. So, Em, you were talking about a game.
I am way too fixated on the Stardew Valley 1.6 update right now.
I was gonna say,
I've been playing it nonstop for the last 2 weeks. It's amazing.
Say the name of the game again.
The Stardew Valley.
Okay.
He just Concerned Ape just released a new update 1.6 and added a whole bunch of new things. And so I started a brand new playthrough. I made a character. I called him Old Greg. We're on Old Greg's farm, and I'm romancing a character I'd not romanced before, and I'm playing with all the new stuff, all the new features with the new update. It's a lot of fun. I'm hoping to 100% it with the new update, like I have in previous editions.
So what kind of game is this, Em? Because this doesn't even make...
It's a very popular game. We're the assholes on this, Danny.
It's so popular, Danny. I'm surprised you do not know about it.
It's weird. It's like you didn't... It's
yeah,
like
you're way behind in the times. They Stardew Valley changed video games. Like, it took over. It's considered like a farming sim.
I was going to
ask... Or a life sim.
I was going to ask if it's the same game.
I was going to say, like, next level Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's... Are you familiar with, Animal Crossing?
I'm familiar with it.
Like Harvest Valley?
Or Harvest Moon? Harvest Moon?
No.
How about Sweet Valley High?
No.
All right. Danny was in a different realm of video games. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. It's hypnotic.
It is a very chill game, and I will... If you ever look it up, I will warn you, you'll fall into the trap of one more day.
Be prepared. And it's so nice because I used to play Harvest Moon growing up, and this is just kind of like the grown-up version of Harvest Moon, and it's so nice.
I've never really gotten into like simulation games like that.
Well, see, I didn't either, but I'm aware of it, and I know how behind the times we are because we don't play it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, there's a lot of like...
I'm like, what's this Mario?
There's like a whole combat system in it. There's like a whole new combat system in this one update too, and like new items for fighting and upgrades. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, well maybe I can look this up on YouTube. Maybe watch a Let's Play or something.
I mean, I can stream it for you if you want to watch, like I tried to the other night.
That would be good practice for you, huh?
I was excited to share with you, but you were like, no, you can turn that off.
I was in the middle of a thing.
You broke my heart, Danny.
Jesus.
I apologize. I didn't know it was that big of a deal to you. I was just in the middle of a thing. It was already late at night. I joined you guys late.
Daniel Double-Decker Soul Wrecker Tyson.
Double-Decker Soul Wrecker. I love it.
Jeez.
Sometime soon, Em, I will let you stream it for me.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's a promise.
I'd like practice doing that, so thank you.
That is a promise.
We got to finagle Em into a streaming career so we can promote her.
We
got to give her a nice RAA backdrop too, so she can show for us at the same time.
Fuck yeah.
She's like, hey, you guys, I'm Stardew in this valley, and you should Stardew yourself your way to Rage Across the Internet. Is that awful? That feels awful.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel like you should go with it, because that's terrible.
Very cheesy.
Right? It's perfect. It's the perfect amount.
Get my werewolf VTuber model or something.
Perfect.
Get all the points for shilling for streams now.
I don't put CJ in the spot either, but I know he's talked about a side project here and there that we are also going to fucking meddle in.
It sounds like it's an off-air conversation that I don't even know about yet.
That's all I'm going to say. It's not my business. But fucking CJ has said a thing, and I'm like, oh, if he's going to do that, I'm going to fucking meddle.
That's fair.
Danny has a side project too, but
I can't talk about it.
legally he cannot talk about it yet.
We're too close to a school.
Oh,
Danny.
no, Danny.
Danny.
I thought you were just going to tell us about your crystal collecting.
It's true, Danny does have a nice collection of crystals, but only ones that repel the ghosts of cats that didn't die anywhere near where he is.
That is not my collection. I just happen to be near it.
Unlike the ghosts.
Unlike the ghosts, yeah, because they won't go away, apparently.
Speaking of games, though, I will say it looks like Vampire Survivors is getting a Contra update, which is exciting.
A Contra update.
They're doing a little cross-promotion with Contra, which seems a little perfect.
I know of this game. I haven't seen this one either. I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
I've got like 3,000 hours in this fucking game, dude.
Which is weird because it's vampires.
No, it's not.
No, it's weird for you.
No. There's no Vampire Survivors.
What?
Yeah.
So we just give it a random
It's
name.
like Castlevania with vampires.
Except there is not yet a vampire in Vampire Survivors.
Oh my god.
Is there really not? I thought there was one.
Nope. There are characters that resemble characters who are vampires, but there is not officially a vampire yet in Vampire Survivors.
So I've not seen this game. What kind of game is it?
It's like a horde survival roguelike tower defense kind of thing. Except
Oh,
you are the
roguelike.
tower.
Except you are the tower.
You are the tower.
Okay.
Interesting.
It started as kind of like a spoof on Castlevania. Because like all your main characters very strongly resemble Castlevania characters, and the weapons strongly resemble but are legally distinct from things that are in Castlevania.
Legally distinct. I love it.
Yep.
I love a good roguelike game.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's super cheap and way worth the investment. Grant's on it now, and he plays it constantly. And he's like, hey, which DLC should I get? I'm like, all of them? They're like $2 each.
Is this a multiplayer thing or no?
I think there is a multiplayer
If you play for at least an hour, if you play for at least an hour, you've paid your money's worth.
Oh no, absolutely. No, it's not 3,000, but it's hundreds of hours. Valheim, that's thousands.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that's thousands.
I'm waiting for that Firelance update for that. That's gonna be rad. But I do have a bone to pick with video games right now.
Just video games in general.
Okay.
Well, I watch an alarming amount of YouTube.
Well, again, but you work from home.
I understand that.
Yeah. And recently I've been seeing a lot of ads for this new Star Wars game. This Lady Han Solo game with Outlaws. Is it CJ? Is that Outlaws, CJ?
Yeah. I believe so.
Okay. I couldn't remember the name. And the fact that it's a Lady Han Solo isn't important. It's just the best way to explain it.
Okay.
Because it's like, oh, you're the bounty hunter, and she's wearing a jacket that's like Han Solo's, except it's blue.
Oh.
And she's got a gun that looks just like Han Solo. It's, it's fine.
Okay, so it's Han Solo, but it's got long hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, but that's not the issue. It's just a quick...
It's just... Okay,
no,
I get it.
My problem is, all right, during the, there's the dialogue for the commercial and all. Like there's the NPC explaining to the character, and like, I don't know her name. It's a new character, right? And it's like, this is the dangerous mission, and the odds are here, this, and you got to get through the guards, and then through the other evil thing, and grab the MacGuffin, and right? And it's like, how does that sound? And she goes, that mission sounds like a death wish. What the fuck is that dialogue? I'm so mad at that line. It sounds like a death wish? Don't you mean it's whoever takes this has a death wish? That doesn't mean anything.
Bad dialogue.
Yeah.
And you're featuring this on a trailer.
Oh, the trailer, which is supposed to grab you and
Right.
pull you in.
And it grabs you and goes, hey, we don't know how English works, so fuck us, man.
Yeah. A trailer with a game for a game with Disney money.
There's a point.
Oh, fucking yikes.
Like, is it a fun game? I have no idea. I haven't played the demo. I'm not a big Star Wars guy in the first place. But that line of dialogue hit me so hard that I'm now bitching about it here. Sounds like a Death Wish.
Thank you.
Do you mean like a cup of Death Wish coffee? Not sponsored. It's delicious.
Damn it, not sponsored.
Because that's not what you mean. You mean to say you'd have to have a Death Wish to take this mission.
Or that sounds like a suicide mission.
That would be another way to do it.
A much better way.
A way where the words put together make sense. They mean something.
Is it the new all your base are belong to us?
You know, I don't think most people know what that means anymore, and I salute you for bringing it up.
You're welcome. I'm glad you knew.
Someone set us like
But
the
I
bomb.
doubt it's a translation error.
I don't think that was a
still fun,
translation
though.
error either.
No.
No, I think
yeah.
it was.
I think they knew what they were doing. I think that was just foresight.
Geniuses.
Yeah,
Oh, ouch.
that was 12D chess. Don't fuck with those guys.
Oh, man.
You are surround.
Whew. Yeah. I mean, I do love video games, but, like, I get very hooked onto one, and I will play that one for a very long time before I switch to another one. Or if I have 2, sometimes 3 that I'm playing.
Yeah, Danny's big into density.
Destiny.
That's right.
You did not say Destiny.
Yeah. It's your density.
It is not my density.
Look, it is one of my favorite Back to the Future jokes, and I will do it forever.
That's fair, but it's not what it is in...
I am your density.
Oh, no.
Lorraine, it's me, George, your density.
This game is more of a sentimental thing to me. I have friends from kind of like in several different countries that we've been playing for it's going on close to 10 years now.
Listen to him flex.
It's not even
I know.
Yes, oh look at Dan, he's got friends. Liar.
I was just jealous.
Liar. I mean, yeah, those friends have faded since then, and most of those friends don't play anymore, but there are still some of us that do.
Sure. But I mean, you've got a new update coming, right?
Yeah, well, there's a DLC coming in June, and there is an update that just happened, and they've put in a horde mode in there that people have been asking for since the game came out. So that was kind of cool, but it's short-lived. It only lasted for so long because they're only releasing so much at a time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Of course, by the time this airs, that might be right around the corner.
Probably.
And speaking of CJ,
Is it right around the corner?
yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh,
He moved.
shit, yeah.
That's probably not true.
He's moving in.
No, he's not.
Nah,
Hearing door open in the background. CJ busting in. Oh, yeah.
That's not personal, but no, he's not.
That would
That's
be
too bad.
the Timeoverse being a full circle.
It would. Now, if you want to place in this sub, that's cool. That's fine. You just can't live here.
fair.
My God. What I was going to say is, you talk about, as Danny brought up, playing games and sticking with them. I am about to drag CJ possibly kicking and screaming to a new game. Because for the last few years, we've been pretty hardcore on Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing stuff over there. I don't know, man. But
Yeah.
around the time this airs, Killer Clowns from Outer Space is going to be out.
Oh, is it that soon?
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
It's like early June. And so I'm going to be pushing really fucking hard for that. To the point where CJ is like, I don't want to. I might buy him the fucking game. I don't care.
I hate
So note to self, how to get a free game from Porter.
Okay, that's a CJ exclusive, and I said maybe. Don't you push your luck, sir.
Yeah, I hate clowns. I do. I hate clowns so much, but I could suck it up for
Call it
this
exposure
game.
therapy.
Yeah, I'd be okay for this game.
You got to get on
Oh,
that
you're
too.
afraid of clowns, Danny?
Yes. Yes. I'm not even gonna bother and explain anything. We're just gonna say yes.
Okay. All right.
Just oh great. I shouldn't have said anything. Just gonna use it against me. Please don't use it against me.
I mean, to
bad
be fair,
enough.
I've known the entire time, so if I wanted to
Honk,
weaponize
honk.
it...
I don't know.
Honk,
I don't know
honk.
how to weaponize that. Sorry. Other than saying honk,
Maybe-
honk.
Oh no.
I will admit, I tried looking up on my soundboard for clown honking.
Clown walking?
Honking.
Honking, okay.
Honk.
I wonder if I have any.
I mean, this sound wouldn't bother me so much. It's...
No, what you need is a clown makeup filter for your webcam for next game day.
Or I could just do clown make. I don't own any makeup. Never mind.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I'll just
Got a killer clown mask from one Halloween. I don't know if it still fits.
I thought you guys wanted to be my friend.
We do. This
Well, maybe
is how
we were-
friends friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we're just jealous about all those friends that you have in Canada. We would never have heard of them.
Canada.
Those people in other countries that we've
Wales,
never heard of.
London.
Oh, you're friends with whales too. That's
South
fucking
Africa.
all right, Free Willy.
I'm friends with whales too.
You hear him brag about this? Oh, I have whales that are friends, and I know 3 parrots.
Oh my God.
This is a show.
This is wow.
This is...
So this is the first round of this new segment.
Yeah, I guess that's it. That's good enough. I'm done.
That's about that time.
I'm done with that.
So I think on Danny's whale friends, we segue into
What the topic?
Into the
Sure
show.
is.
Yep. Yeah, so today we are talking. Look at that. Look at how clean that. If we could put like a time, I don't know what, but look how clean that is. Maybe we do that for YouTube. We do the little chapter break or
What?
something. I don't know what.
Okay, I'll figure that out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can help you out with that, Danny.
Oh,
but-
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the topic today is going to be we're doing another character creation episode. It's something we talked about before. We're going to put a little spin on it, but also some stuff happened. There's some recent stuff in the Discord lately where people were submitting their characters, which really helped reinforce. We should make another episode helping out with that.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're saying already. Got it.
But you know,
Yeah, what a good idea.
right? You know, you can always people need help with characters. So we get a lot of people submitting. Like, what do you guys think of the characters? And say,
Yeah.
well, let's help.
Yeah, what do you
But-
think of this? And advice isn't always nice to hear.
But we're going to do it as a group today. We're not all going to give our thoughts and advice on creating a single character. We are going to create a pack together.
But I was going to say, we're going to create a pack. I can deal with that.
You know, this is a thing that obviously you have a group. Werewolf is a team game. You have a pack, and surely it doesn't happen often. You don't hear about it happening often.
Mm-hmm.
But to get all these players together and create a pack at the same time, you can work together and maybe fill in gaps
Yeah,
and build a more cohesive unit.
that sounds fun. I can deal with this. And it reminds me of, I mean, we just, we had the interview with Mark Reinhagen. And I had brought up to him, or first you had brought up to him, the aspect of Werewolf itself and why it was more of a team thing and why it was more of a pack thing rather than any of the other World of Darkness games, and how they're all very individual. And where Werewolf is very much us and we. And it reminded me of some line from some movie that the strength of a wolf is the strength of his pack. And that line stuck with me so hard, and it always, and still is, still such a big deal. And it helps, like, solidify stuff like this. So, if we're going to create a pack together, we want to make that pack strong, everyone has to be in this together. You're only as strong as your weakest link, but, like, that's a shitty way of saying it.
Well, it's succinct, but
It's something that I've wanted to do a few times for my games, but most of the time, by the time we get ready for a session 0, everybody's already got their characters in line and ready to go. Where I remember doing this with D&D a lot, where we'd sit down and make all our characters at one point to, help flesh everything out. But this is also the point where you could start connecting characters easily.
well, exactly.
If somebody's got a cool idea that's like, that sounds interesting, how about this spin? This is where you get that organic little character growth.
Well, true. And with a creative process like this, and I mean, we're about to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
You can build off each other, farm ideas off of each other. It's really easy to write a main character.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not the main character of Werewolf.
No.
I don't care what your name is. I don't care if your name is John Werewolf. You're still not the main character of Werewolf.
John
it is obviously it's a team game. It's about a pack. So, it helped. I think it can be helpful to make sure there isn't someone who feels like they need the spotlight or that they...
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Lugaroo.
That's why we're not watching Wolf Cop ever on a movie night. It's also why I never watched that show iZombie, because I found out the main character's name was Liv Moore.
Yeah.
I got so mad. Mm-hmm. I'm still so mad. The audacity.
I started watching that. I completely just canceled out the last part of her name. Like, it was blanked from my mind, and now that you brought it up again...
Okay,
yeah, how dare you.
I loved that show. Up until, like, the last season, where I hate every show's last season. It's just what I do. But I loved that show, so...
I mean, that's fine.
I'm a fan of Liv Moore.
See, I might have watched it, too. Past the first episode, but when you name your zombie character puns. Liv Moore, I find out where you live, and you live less.
You're gonna do it some more. I love it. I love a good pun.
Oh, the audacity!
I mean, I have made a character named Kay Moore because she likes bombs, and it sounds like Claymore.
Oh.
Why didn't you just name her Clay?
Because Kay is a better name.
I mean, that's not wrong.
I love a bad pun.
I mean, if you've listened to the show, I a little bit can't throw stones here, but I draw a line in places, and the places might be arbitrary and strange, but the lines are drawn nonetheless.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're a solid line. There's no crossing. It's not really thin, and you can only.
It's not a straight line.
Actual budget,
but it's.
I never actually watched that.
It's like when you have an actual budget for this shit.
Yeah, the iZombie, I never actually watched. I think I never got more than 5 minutes because it was always on, not always, but there were certain episodes that were on after Supernatural. So I would like maybe see 5 minutes of it. And I was like, yeah, no thanks.
Okay, this belongs in the last segment. But
yep.
Apparently that show's ending again.
What, Supernatural?
Yeah, for the third time.
Yeah,
it needed to end the first time.
The first ending was perfect. And then it went on for a decade, and then it ended again, and now they're going to bring it back so they can end it again.
Yeah, there's a 7-episode event, they called it.
To end it, which already happened twice.
Okay.
Yep. It was officially
So how are we going to...
Yes.
So how are you making a pack as a pack?
Well, simply enough. We're going to present a location. And like normally, right, as a storyteller, you know where you're going to start. Okay. So for the sake of argument here, I will, shockingly, take the role of a storyteller.
Sure.
Maybe I'll join you guys creating a fourth character just for shits and grids as well, but
okay,
whatever. So this story will take place in Albuquerque.
Okay.
At the sept of the Stone Bridge, which will be in an apartment complex in the... just outside of Albuquerque, like in a satellite of Albuquerque.
All right.
It will be run by a glass walker, but it is not an official cairn.
Okay.
The group will be brought together. The sept itself is in an apartment complex.
So everyone lives
lives in the sept.
Okay.
And so you guys will be brought together through a series of favors that was owed to said sept leader to become his newest lackeys, basically.
Okay. So there's a few things to take into consideration when picking the different characters here. It's not an official cairn. You said it's an apartment building.
Right, it's a sept. It's not a cairn.
Okay.
And the sept is an apartment complex.
And character A, B, and C, or we'll say D, E, and C, J. I got one.
You did it.
I got
Danny.
Thank you.
Good job.
Sorry, I was surprised myself. They're being brought here by favors. So someone is owed a favor, so we're doing this as a favor, or how am I interpreting this?
I don't know. How are you interpreting this?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So
you guys are still making the characters. I just provided you the setting.
Right.
I mean, if you have further questions, obviously, because I'm sitting right here and I'm the storyteller, that's my job is to help with this. But
okay.
That would be a question to ask real quick. Are we making first strangers or fairly new or fairly experienced Garou?
Well, I was gonna have you guys start from the start. And then about 10 to 15 minutes from now, interrupt you and throw a wrench in the works and say, you guys are rank 2. You have been Garou for 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
So this is the wrench. Not only are you making a pack together, but you are now making an experienced pack or experienced Garou.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So not only are you working together to make that pack, but now you have a shared history, or at least some level of a shared history you are now be responsible for. Boom. Another spin we haven't done.
Okay.
Were you right, Em?
I was not.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't even close. Okay, so now we have to decide. No, it's already decided that we were already a pack together.
One of you could be a stranger. I don't know. It's up to you guys. But maybe you're all strangers, but you still have 2 or 3 years in the Garou Nation that you have to fill in for because you are not Goliaths.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of where to start. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is always like where that starting point, that starting concept.
Well, where do we start?
No, that's great, but verbalize that stuff because people, there are people right now going, yeah, how do you even do that? Well, fucking, let's help out. Walk them through it.
So what do you two think? Do you think the 3 of us were already a pack? Or do you think 2 of us were a pack and someone was kind of thrown into the mix the last second? Or
See, that's not even where my brain is starting.
Where's your brain starting?
Yeah.
My brain is starting. You said we're being put there as a favor?
Well, again, originally I was going to throw the fucking wrench in the works once you guys are about 15 minutes in, but since CJ asked it, it would be a dirty trick to lie about it and then 15 minutes later go, yeah, I was just kidding, fuck off.
Yeah, no.
So the question is, do we owe the favor to somebody or does somebody else owe the favor and we're just being sent there to, pay up on that?
Well, I would say that...
And it could be either, right?
It could be either one, yeah. If you guys want to incorporate that into your background, that can happen. If not, this is a debt that an elder is paying and sent you there to pay the debt. You're just a pawn and you're just a cog in that wheel at that point.
Right.
And so my brain is starting as in where would my character... Is that correct? Am I making a character, quote unquote, for me?
Sure.
You are, but
okay.
You guys are in this together now.
Yeah, exactly. My question, where I would start with that is why, for what reason is my character going there? And then I build back from there.
Now, I don't know how much of it you guys want to connect to, but I can see it as I am fulfilling that favor for somebody else because they either can't or maybe they died before they could.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. A inherited responsibility.
Yes. Yeah, I can see that for me now.
But see, you're not speaking on behalf of you now. You guys are doing this together.
Right.
So at that point, it kind of becomes what is the majority? We have to agree on this.
Mm-hmm. So then the question would be, could you guys see me as in we're already a pack and you're following me?
Not you, us. Don't make it about you.
Yeah. In my mind, for a potentially more interesting start, a more interesting story in the long run, I think it being the 3 strangers being brought together as part of this favor.
Yeah, we are fulfilling the favor in terms of somebody else, be it inherited, be it as a favor to the person who owes a favor, or as a tribute for that favor. We come together to fulfill the favor, and we might know a lot less about it than the person who actually owes the favor, which could create a little bit of mystery.
And that's where I was thinking of throwing in the wrench of, if anybody wants this, or, the potential ideas, at least one of us being a local, i.e. somebody already from this sept. He's not actually doing the favor on behalf of somebody else. It's their favor, or it's their time to pay up for, whatever the sept's done for them. And so being that local connection.
Are you
Which it sounds
interested in
like
making a character that has that local connection, CJ?
I mean, since y'all two were both talking about the doing the favor on behalf of somebody else, I think it would be an interesting little wrinkle to throw into this pack. Because you also brought up that interesting little thing of, we might not all know why we're here or something, or because of this, there is that little pack dynamic that could develop of, does the local actually know more than us? Or is he just as much in the dark and just pretending?
I like that. And Danny, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but were you thinking about inheriting it from somebody who had died?
Yeah.
Because I liked that idea when you said that.
Yeah, almost like it was like a big brother or a mentor.
Yeah. And I was thinking about having just kind of like maybe being a child of a guru who's off doing something, and it's just like, hey, my kid had a change a few years ago, doesn't have a pack, I'll send them in my stead.
That's a possibility too.
All right. Well, hearing this, okay. I mean, we've got a lot of ideas here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would probably be better to have, like, if I were to make a character, a fourth character,
Mm-hmm.
to make that one the local, because I wouldn't be playing this guy.
I was going to suggest that.
Or, again, to have that be someone in the sept of a similar age. And the reason for that is because at that point it's going to put a little more prominence on one character being the special one from here.
Yeah.
I'm using special quotes, but you know what I'm saying. That character kind of has an advantage. For the purposes of this exercise, I can't make y'all do anything, but I would like to steer you guys into being an existing group. Because, again, for the purposes of this, what we're doing is we're trying to learn how to do this together and build that extra history. And since none of you are brand new at this, I think that's a level of difficulty that I think, number one, there's value in this, but is a good exercise for you guys. This is something that I did once. And actually it was 3 players. So,
All right.
All right. So if we rewind.
Yeah, we rewind it.
Where did our pack meet then? Or how? Or why?
Let's start with where.
Where might be a good one?
Where are y'all from? CJ, name a city.
So I can go Nashville.
Nashville. All right.
All right.
All right.
Now you
First
all
place
have to
came to mind.
Now you all have to talk in accents.
Oh, man.
No, like southern
Oh, dear
accents.
God.
I don't know what a southern accent looks like.
I don't know what an accent looks like either, Danny.
Yeah. Well, Tarnation. Verily.
You'll need to calm
Somebody's
down.
already been
I'm from South Midgar.
somebody's already been hitting the shine, it sounds like.
No, but this is perfect. That is the first step.
Okay.
You guys are from Nashville.
And we're already a pack.
Right.
You think we met as cubs during like a rite of passage?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Sounds good.
Set up as cubs, so if we're all during the same rite of passage, we've all went through our first change at about the same time.
Probably thrown in together.
Which, standard fare.
Yeah.
Perfectly good place to, because here's the
Yeah,
beauty part,
yeah.
right? You guys are not clients. So you've been in the nation a few years, which means those early days are only important insofar as the bonds that helped create where you guys are now.
Right.
So there's a level of those details that are important, but there's not, because again, the
Up
longer
to a
you've been
certain point.
right, the longer you've been in the nation, the less important that early shit is.
And actually, here's a potential wrinkle that we can introduce. Have we been a solid pack throughout it, or has this been a pack that's been on and off? Like we each go off and do our own thing every so often before coming back.
I think we've been a pack the entire time. And
I agree with Danny, yeah.
Okay.
I think there was a 4th member even that
Maybe he went off.
or he was killed and we needed a change of scenery.
Okay.
All right. And that fourth,
Indeed.
his name was Lenny.
Lenny.
That was
Okay.
my character.
Okay.
Okay. So Lenny was killed.
See, we even get started then. It's, yeah, fucking Len's gone. Fuck. Let's say Len
Yeah.
died,
That's a bummer.
life in the nation, right?
Yeah.
Len died 9 months ago. This
What
way, the
killed Len?
anniversary
What were
will
we
happen
fighting?
in-game.
Okay. All right, hear me out, guys. Tell me if you can get behind this. Lenny.
It's Len, please.
Len. You know
Len-
he hated being called Lenny.
Len was a glasswalker. Len was the one who owed this favor, but kept it from us.
Ooh, throwing
Oh.
your boy Len
Okay.
under the bus, huh?
He's dead, but he kept this from us. He wasn't sure how to bring it up, but he kept this from us.
Well, how would he?
How would he keep it from us?
How would he have acquired the debt if you guys were together?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
No, I'm still brainstorming.
no,
it
but
was,
this is it,
it was
right?
the job that killed him. Get this. It's the job. We were on a job where he died, and that is the job to which we acquired the debt.
Maybe. Or who's in charge of? Okay.
Here's an idea. It wasn't Len's debt. It was his older brother, Greg, who was a kinfolk.
Fucking Greg.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Len died on a job with you guys.
Old Greg.
Be blaze of glory or mistake or, but old Grego, he,
Old Greg.
he had some problems. He got in some trouble, right? And
Drug addict.
Betting on the ponies.
Gambling. Yeah, better than drugs. I like it.
all right. And now he owes. And he can't pay, obviously. But you guys just lost your pack brother not a year ago, and things have been weird. And it's been hard getting by because, just like a breakup or a divorce or whatever. You see the places you used to hang out, and that's Len's seat. So it's rough. So you guys were looking for a change of scenery. When Greg comes to you and goes, "Look, I'm in trouble." So for Len, you're going to bail Greg out and go to this new location, which you guys feel you probably needed a change of pace anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, and we're kind of honoring Len in that way too, like helping out his family
I like it.
And
because they're our family now.
like, it's one of those things that we probably would have been going here anyway if Len was still around. Because, we're not going to let him go off on his own and do this.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But now that
Len would
he's
be roped into
gone-
it anyway.
He's with us in
Yeah,
spirit.
How
Yeah,
about
now that he's gone, it's like, we got to do this for Len.
Yep.
how about
I like it.
How about Len was the pack alpha, and the three of us can't decide who should take over the throne.
Well, the beta would.
Yeah.
Naturally, whoever the beta would have been.
But then now we figure out who are these characters that you guys are. Y'all don't even have names yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, right now it's just player MC and DJ.
Huh.
All right, so is that where we're starting as a name? My weakness, my greatest weakness.
I mean, I've got
Tallulah
an
Rose.
idea of starting off with
No thanks.
starting off from just an idea of a role point. Not going to worry about a human name, but just simply called Stitcher. He's basically the combat medic of the group. My job is keeping you all the fucks alive, and now that Lynn's dead, fucking failed there. Even more reason to be like, no, we're helping Greg.
And so you change your Gyro name to Malpractice?
I love it. That's kind of awesome.
I couldn't not.
Yeah. Hey, never said I had a medical license.
So you said Stitcher. I figured, okay, this is the Ragamesh then, right? Because he leaves them in stitches. But
I was thinking more literal, but yeah.
no, yeah.
Oof, okay.
I think M should be the Ahroun and Danny should be the Thurge. We're not running these characters for real, but I think that's almost impossible for Danny.
Yeah.
I want him to have the challenge.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, yeah. But like Glasswalker.
I'm also not in charge of this, so fucking...
No. I was...
It's a team effort.
No,
I wasn't even thinking of an auspice yet. I was just trying to come up with a name. I was thinking Live More.
Wow.
Live More might be the reason why Len's dead.
Fuck you.
Took a bullet for you.
Fuck you. You can't keep blaming that on me.
It's right there in the name, you know?
But maybe, you know what? The fact that M just said that, fuck you, you can't keep blaming it on me. Maybe that's part of
we have a dynamic there.
I was going to say, that's part of the dynamic.
Yeah, maybe we were in a fight and he like jumped in and saved my life.
Yeah.
I like that.
And we all kind of blame you for it.
Well, at least she does, right?
Yeah, I blame myself.
And how you guys feel about it remains to be
That's
seen.
dark. That's fucking dark. I like it.
Right?
Okay, but not Live More. We're not gonna do that.
No, I mean, with that and then the whole fucking Stitcher idea, that introduces another like aspect of, yeah, maybe we all fucking blame ourselves for it in some way, shape, or form.
You know, you can always that whole, oh, if I did this differently.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
He might have took the bullet for you, but I couldn't dig it out fast enough.
Yeah.
And I was a Glasswalker Thurge, and I was busy trying to call upon some spirits for help rather than help Len. Rather than cover the flank like I was supposed to be doing.
Because I think you botched and shot him in the face.
That's not... No, no.
No.
I'm kidding.
He was focusing on the objective, not the combat.
Right, yeah. I was focusing on the wrong thing, and I... Yeah. I see this. Like Glasswalker Thurge. How's that sound?
Okay.
Name's coming up. It hasn't got there yet, but
it's all part of the process, right?
Izzy, I've decided the character's name is Izzy.
your character, okay.
Okay.
Yes, mine, yes.
Is he what?
Isabel. Isabel, you can call her Izzy. Last name...
Tyson Del Rio.
No, thank you.
Sanders.
Walker.
I'm not helping. I like Walker.
Isabel Walker. Okay. And you know what? I'll go with Auron. I like that. I like Aurons.
Okay.
I like all the auspices in some way, shape, or form.
Agreed.
Thank you for making me not make a decision, Porter.
Well, hey, I was going to offer to grab the die and roll for you guys too, if you wanted.
I was thinking about it.
That works too.
Honestly, I was thinking about it, but the fact that it's okay. No, let's go for a little bit of a challenge here and go Thurge because I haven't.
And I was going to be avoiding Thurge.
Okay, so
be it that I'm playing a Thurge.
So CJ Stitcher is a medic, but
which feels like that was sort of setting up for a Thurge. So I feel like I stole his thunder a little bit. And sorry, but
no. I can work with it though, and I do like the idea of the Ragabash as well. Like I'm the one who goes in, scouts ahead. If the fighting starts, focusing on keeping you guys alive more. But at the same time, if I've done my job, that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
What did I say my last name was?
Walker.
Thank you.
Walker.
Hey, and it makes Stitches work on multiple levels,
That's clever.
I'm actually the one stitching you out, or leaving you in stitches.
And our poor deceased packmate, perhaps he was Galliard?
I'm into that.
Or do we think...
No, I like Len was a Galliard. Len was the talker.
Yep.
Yeah, the face.
Oh, and now we sit around in silence sometimes, and it's even more sad.
He was a crooner, too. Like a Bobby Darin vibe off of him. Or if no one knows who that is, Mac Tonight. Or if no one knows who that is, fuck.
There's a lot of not going to know who that is either. Oh, man. Yeah, Len was a Galliard. Len was the cool guy.
He was an old school Rat Pack kind of guy.
Yes. Yeah, Len was Sammy Davis Jr.
Dean
So
Martin.
what's he at?
Okay,
Bonar?
no,
Dean
or-
Martin. He
You're
drank too
right.
much.
Yeah, you're right. He's Dean.
We're going to stick with Glass Walker.
Okay,
I'm
Glass
okay with
Walker,
that.
got it.
Yeah. Yeah, he drank a little too much. We're going to go Dean Martin.
Okay.
Hmm?
Does that
Right, and then
does that put me at beta because he felt a little closer to me being a fellow Glasswalker?
Well, I don't know that he's the alpha.
Yeah.
I mean, you suggested it, but
Mm-hmm.
we don't know that.
Okay.
Oh, it's like if we're doing this favor for him just because he is our pack mate and everything, I could see him. If he's not the alpha, he's the beta and or like the heart of the pack. Like, you know, he's
Agreed.
he's
Yeah.
like the little brother of the pack. If you fuck with Len, you have all three of us to deal with.
Yeah, but that should be a pack of
Len's
all,
dead.
especially one that's been
Yeah.
together for so long.
True.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, I agree with him when he says if he wasn't the alpha, he was the beta.
Right. What tribes are you guys thinking? If Lynn was Glasswalker, I'm gonna roll for mine unless.
Ooh.
How does that go?
Yeah, let's see. There's 13, so I'm gonna grab two. What type of dice do I grab for this? Not
Oh.
a 10.
Grab
I'm
a
gonna grab a
D12
20.
because you're probably not going to be a red talon.
Oh, boom! Look at that!
fair. Thank you.
Oh my God!
So-
Fucking CJ.
Over here, yeah, let's grab a 12. Dump out my dice bag.
I don't know why that was so genius. Fucking.
It was super genius.
Because we forget there's actual other dice than D10s.
Well, I have.
But you know,
Way
but
too
there's
many
13
bags,
tribes, but you're not a red talon.
Right.
So you
Alright,
only need a 12,
so-
and that's a real thing.
Just going in order of the book here. Under tribes, under character creation process.
What did you
One
roll?
starts with Black Furies. I'm rolling it now. I rolled a 4. Fiona.
I was going to say it's either Get or Fiona.
I think you should change your last name to McCool now.
No thanks.
McWalker?
We are
McMuffin?
we're Fiona
Dick walking.
Fiona Aron. Isabel Walker.
Okay.
We're not changing the last name.
Is the middle name Scotch?
All right. What tribe is Stitcher, CJ?
I appreciate not getting a response to that.
Yeah. Let us see. Just opening up my book so I have the tribes that I can just note down thanks to the stereotype list. Okay. Let's see. I'm rolling a D10 because probably not going to be Black Fury or a Red Talon.
Look at that.
Yeah, smart. CJ over here with the big brain.
He's made fools of us all.
I was going to say maybe I can see that.
Shadow Lord.
Hmm.
Okay.
Stitches, the Shadow Lord. Danny, were you going to stick with Glasswalker?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I roll? No.
That's up to you. Do it if you want to, do it if you don't want to, but here's the question. Right? Because, I mean, and I'm about to ask in a second, but first, you know, you see as we're putting this process together, right? A lot of these things are coming up organically, but now we have to look at some of these situations and some of the variables, right? Currently, we have a pack that has been together for years, consisting of a Shadow Lord, a Glasswalker, a Fiona, and possibly a second Glasswalker. How does that alter the pack makeup, the dichotomy of it?
And
Who would have been who is our leader?
and then that's part of.
Yeah, it's kind of where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
Because whatever idea, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, whatever idea you each individually had in your heads changed
Oh, very far.
once those tribes showed up, right?
Yes.
And this is the kind of thing when we're doing this collaborative creation process, especially one where we're factoring in those backgrounds already, right? Is how does it change? So make sure to say what you're thinking. Because, you know, you might have an idea for, say, CJ's character that CJ didn't have yet. Whether he likes it or not, that's up to him to go with, but that's part of the collaborative process. Is we could have ideas that the rest of us don't have that could be great or could lead to something that we'd really like. So don't be afraid to just speak up with shit like this because it's just speculation right now. We're all creating it, and it's kind of the fun, and that becomes my next question, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun, like, fucking discovering these characters together.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
All right.
Or were you asking about who might be our leader here?
Well, both, but
both.
the fun thing
Yeah.
first, because
Yeah, absolutely. It is very interesting. I did have one idea, but as we introduced Glasswalker, Fianna Shadowlord, it did kind of, my idea did change.
Well, what was the idea? And we can see how we can change or how we can make it better.
I was kind of on board with you, Danny, for a while, thinking that Lenny might have been the leader. But with this turnout, I don't think so.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. It just feels off. Perhaps like a beta, but...
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm seeing this again. Len was the cool guy. Len was the face of this pack. I think the pack name was something surrounding Len.
Not surrounding Lynn, surrounding us. Maybe Lynn
I know, but I think it was
came up
more
with the
based,
name being the Galliard of the group.
right? But I think it was more based off of what he was doing and what he was known for. Again, the cool guy. And again, we just mentioned he's kind of like Dean Martin of the Rat Pack. I don't want to say it's the Rat Pack because that just sounds like Bonars now. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a name of like something around that though.
the Fighting Lens.
No.
Of course
No.
not.
The Len K's.
No.
The Kabazinskis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask, does he have like, does Kevin Zixi have a name for his production company?
Probably the Fighting Lens.
Yeah.
No, I was actually thinking, and I don't think this fits the direction that CJ had planned. I don't know. But as soon as I heard Shadowlord, I thought, oh god, that's probably our alpha.
Interesting.
I was of two minds with it. One of either, he is fully dead set on being the alpha for various reasons, or he's like, fuck, no, I am not in charge. I do not care who it is, it's not me. And that's where I'm like debating between those two ideas. 'Cause, yeah, Len is the face.
What if you were the alpha
I
Which
see
you-
it. I see it as
and Lynn was the beta?
exactly. That's what I see it as. As Stitcher was the alpha, trying to keep everyone in line, everyone stitched up all the time. Len was the face. Len was the voice.
You got it, Stitch.
But then after the incident, you're like, fuck no. Not on me
Yeah,
right now.
another reason to be like, yeah, no, I fucking got Len killed. Like, he was doing what I told him to do. Couldn't keep him safe. I can't do this. And then just points to whoever whenever we start leaving to go to the next place. Or, the challenge happens.
Danny, did you have a name for your character?
No, not yet.
Okay. Let me know when you do. I'm taking brief notes as we keep going.
About Holyfield.
Well, here's a question. What kind of Glasswalker? If you want to stick with Glasswalker. Or do you want to roll and see what tribe you get as well?
No, I think I'm gonna stick with Glasswalker. But like, again,
Okay.
he deals with a lot of the spirits, but a lot of the spirits of Weaver. It goes like
Okay.
ATM machines and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's a fun little twist.
I mean, yeah, a good little default name that came up for me if you need it is like Haywire,
I like that.
Short Circuit,
Okay.
especially if he is the shortest one in the pack.
Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Or Johnny Five,
That
if you
was
want to
gonna
go
say,
with it.
that's a little
That's fantastic, but yeah.
Bruno Haywire Mills.
Okay.
That was a real suggestion this time. Fucking
I
look
like
right?
it. Yeah, but I like Haywire.
I like Bruno.
We don't talk about no.
I like Haywire, but like Haywire, maybe he tries and interacts with spirits so much, but they don't like him.
Maybe he's just a little eccentric.
I worry about going back to that same trope that I've had very closely with Jaeger as well as Rico.
What trope is that?
Just going off the rails very, very easily.
Well, then don't do that. See, I was thinking, this is where I lean Bruno, is I was thinking young Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, I'm thinking moonlighting Bruce Willis back when he was still fucking bouncing at the clubs. All his friends called him Bruno.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can go with it, yeah.
You know, something a little smooth, I don't give a fuck. Hey, what's up,
Yeah, but-
everybody? Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he is talking, it's a little smooth, but he tends to keep his mouth shut for the most part.
So you think it's stoic tough guy? Because at that point it's, well, Bruno.
Yeah.
I don't think Haywire fits stoic.
Yeah. It's less Bruno. And more
I think
Bruno.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Maybe get away from your current character a little bit and
That's what
be
I'm
like
working
a
on,
lot lighthearted, very lighthearted. Like, oh well, oh yeah, let's do that. That'll work. Oh, of course it'll work. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, the optimist.
Oh, what if we? Yeah, the optimist. It like to the point where it's a little too much.
Johnny Brightside.
Haywire.
Johnny Haywire Brightside?
I was just saying Johnny Brightside, but yeah, fucking Haywire. You want to keep it?
Yeah.
All right. Johnny Haywire Brightside.
That definitely sounds like a name a Garu would come up with. I'm just saying.
Okay. I can be the little bit of a...
Ever the optimist.
Yeah, I can be the optimist on here.
Yeah. Hey, and whenever we're like breaking into a facility or doing some monkey wrenching, hey, wire, do your thing.
Yeah. Well, these yeah, I'll just talk to security. That's fine. I'm sure one of them will like what I gotta say.
So we think our Shadow Lord used to be the pack leader, or still is?
And this is an interesting conundrum, I think, because
It is.
if we have decided that Len was the number 2, and then that baby was the face and the voice, so that old Stitch, she could sit there in the back and call the shots, and you send Len to take care of the thing. He's the one who walks over to that table and says, "Hey, in all due respect, this is our territory, so we're going to buy these drinks, and then you're going to go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
But he's doing it on Stitch's order. Now,
Yeah.
So is it the struggle to figure out how to do this without your fucking Guy Friday? Or is it, I don't want to do this anymore because I feel responsible for the death of Len?
And that's specifically for CJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to lean more to that second one, because that's like the entire time he's had that aura of confidence. He's been that fucking steady leader. Like, yeah, no, Len's doing all the talking. He's the one just sitting there in the chair while they're having the conversation, only getting up when the handshake needs to happen. But now that his number 2 is dead, he possibly got him killed. Can I fucking do this still? Have I lost it? Did I ever have it? Was it all Len? And having to deal with that little just shake up in confidence. So it's like, I need a minute.
What was Izzy's place in this pack before Len died?
I was just about to say,
Because
Miss Walker.
we've got who Haywire was. We've got who Lenny was. We've got who Stitches was.
Izzy
Who was Izzy?
Izzy was the muscle.
The Fiona Aron.
She was the muscle.
and that's naturally where I lean too.
And like,
What? But in
But
what
she
way
doesn't-
was she the muscle? There's lots of ways you can be the muscle.
What way was Izzy the muscle?
Because it could be like a simple like stoic muscle. It could be like a you didn't expect that out of that little girl over there muscle, or it
That's
could
what
be
I'm
the
thinking.
obvious like Brienne of Toth muscle.
no, I'm thinking the second one. You didn't expect it out of that little girl right there.
See, I was thinking that too.
A little bit like Mia.
And a little bit like Mia, and like to extend that scenario that I brought up earlier,
I'd like to be less girly about it though, but maybe look the part, less sound the part.
No,
That's fine.
for sure. I mean, different character, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
that idea that, hey, excuse me, maybe you didn't realize he was on our territory, so here's the thing. On behalf of our distinguished alpha, we're going to pay for these drinks, and then you're going to go fuck yourself. I understand you seem a little bit upset, but I'd like you to take a look around here. So we got a few people, security, but that's not really what you got to be worried about. You seem to be Garu who know how to carry your weight. You see that little waif there, that little redhead over the end of the bar? Now, I'm not saying she's looking forward to disemboweling yous. But she hasn't had to wash anybody's blood out of her clothes in days, and she's getting a bit antsy.
Yeah, that's exactly how I see
Oh,
it.
so I'm a little on edge all the time. Like
Yes.
I'm a loose cannon.
I mean, that's up to you, but that's just what
I
my
like that
first line of
idea.
thinking. Yeah.
Yep. Len is
No,
sent
I like
in,
that idea. I've got an issue with the rage.
Len is sent in to talk, diplomatic. When the refusal happens, Izzy is sent in to show them why they should have listened to Len in the first place.
Right.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that I have an issue with the rage and somebody's got to put a cap on it until they go, come on, go.
I forgot. I think it was Knockaround guys. Vin Diesel walks up and these guys are refusing to go to the bar or whatever.
Oh, and he was like, you should play with Street Sharks because that's what I do because I'm Groot.
That's not what I was going to say.
Let's drive cars in a circle because I'm fast and I'm
He
furious.
just walks up and just goes 500. I'm like 500. He goes 500 is the number of fights you were supposed to be in before you can be considered a tough guy.
They kick some fin.
And he fuck it, forget it. And he said, then they kick some fin. That's what he said.
Oh, and now I have this vision. Like I have this vision of Izzy and Stitches just kind of like sitting in solitary silence, and Haywire and Lenny just babbling on.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I can fucking see that whole little scene in the bar, Haywire's backing up Len just in case somebody does try something. Izzy and Stitch is just sitting on the chair. So who do you think they're going to punch first? You think Haywire's going to run his mouth?
Haywire's gonna run his mouth. I mean, when does Haywire not run his mouth?
Wow, guys! I thought it was supposed to be the eccentric one here.
That is the eccentric one.
Okay, I know. I love it. I love it.
See, look at you guys building the dynamic.
Yes, I love it. Okay.
Hey, if he punches Haywire first, maybe teach him to walk a little different. See if you can go with a limp or two. If he hits Len, take his hand.
I mean, do you
rest
want a
of you-
limp or do you want them walking funny? Which one?
Okay, I like this. See,
I'll
Len
leave
and
it to the
Len,
artist.
Len and I walk up, and I'm there. Len's talking. I'm just there because I'm Len's friend, and I've got the shit-eating grin on my face, so I get socked first, and then I'd be like, okay, all right. Well, I mean,
No.
you were warned, so we walk back.
No,
And now it's up to you two.
Danny.
Okay, no, I'm listening.
Danny. You're the one who gives us the reason to kick their ass. You're sent there to purposely be a little shit. So you get punched. So we can
Okay.
take these guys out around back and just wreck their shit.
All right.
The
So,
justification.
yep. So Len says his thing. All right, and then they don't do it. Like, I don't know if you heard my friend over here, but he did just offer to buy the next round of drinks. You just have to move. He was very clear on what he said.
You gotta insult him a little bit.
Well, yeah, let me get there.
He's building it.
Yeah, build it. It was very clear on what he said. Now, I get it if you only had a little bit of school and you're kind of dumb. I get it. We're going to give some slack. We're going to cut you a little break. That's why the next round is on us.
I mean, you get a Fenris. I'm sure you're very bright for your people, but
I'm not paying for shit, Haywire.
But again, Len
Oh,
said
the
it
short
first.
bus pulled up.
Right? Len said it first. They refused. I kind of like, hey, my friend just said a thing. Maybe you should listen. That's when he gets socked in the face. All right, but you were warned. Doesn't take it personal. Doesn't get in it on the rage too bad. Maybe, yeah, that one's difficult because I can imagine that could piss some people off.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is if you piss people off, you get hit, you get punched. You're doing it for the pack. You come by, you're getting patched up no matter what.
Yeah.
And you were expecting it. It's not like it came out of nowhere.
right.
You were trying to get punched.
Yes.
What if we look at you? Well, we take a second. We think about your original concept for Ricochet. Remember, he was that smartass, loudmouth jagoff.
That's what I'm going with.
who could dish it out but couldn't take it, and didn't have the muscle to
Right.
Like he was just all fucking bark.
Yep.
But he's not. Your guy isn't all bark. You got a strong pack because that was a fucking Clive. That was a nobody, a first changer. You have a pack that has your back and supports you, and you know that, so you can be kind of a brat about it sometimes.
Yeah, no, I see that. I see it.
Like you're a little bit the instigator now because of that loudmouth nature. But I got my boys. Oh, is somebody Edward Furlong T2?
Oh,
You're calling moi a dipshit?
huh?
Mwah.
I love that line. That's a great line.
Right?
I'm getting it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not saying ape him, but that kind of, you know you've got Arnold behind you who will do whatever the fuck you say.
Well, yeah, which is like, all right, I warned you. I knew you were that dumb, but I didn't think you were going to be this dumb.
Yeah, I think the gentleman told you to go fuck yourself. Is there a problem? Do you need instructions as to how to fuck yourself?
Yeah, do you need instructions? I'll help you.
I think we can get overnight shipping on a dildo if you need that.
I would prefer dildis.
And there's
I feel that's more in character.
It's the plural.
Yeah.
But there's the thing.
It's the
There's the
plural.
thing. Is he sent up? Is he sent up because we know the fight's about to start? Somebody's about to throw the punch. Hey, Izzy, go join them. I'm gonna go take care of their wheels. Make
Just
sure
a
they don't have a
nod
way to
and-
get out of here.
Yeah.
Yep, just a nod, and Izzy walks up behind him.
Yeah, and I see it. Like, yeah, hey, I warned you. You're not going to like what happens. And then they're going to laugh because they only see a little girl about it.
Right. Now, as a Thurge, are you more creative? Are you more weapon-oriented? Are you, like, what's... Is this a mean guy? Is this a prank guy? Is this a reverence guy?
See, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, just keep it in mind.
You got friends on the other side.
Hey.
I see it, yeah, I think I see it more of like friends on the other side of the gauntlet kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see maybe a penchant for working with electric spirits, which maybe lends into that deed name a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe you've got a fondness for talons, especially around that kind of thing. You know, stuff dealing with electricity. What do you guys think?
Yes.
God damn it, now I just had the idea
I like
for
that.
a Garu Joy Buzzer.
Right?
I'm thinking Izzy has a thing for a good fist fight and a nice improvised weapon. Some dirty fighting.
What about a couple rings that, when activated, turn into some sort of brass knuckle?
Hell yeah. Dirty fighting.
You know, her fucking gem
Yeah.
cutter, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's a good name, actually.
Right? Like a little...
And just so she looks real nice. She's got some jewelry on. Little do you know.
Yeah, she activates it, like the rings kind of fuse together. That ruby at that one ring turns into a spike.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I put a little bit of electricity spirit in there for you, too.
That'd be funny.
Nice, yeah.
Again, the joy buzzer.
Yep.
Yeah, nice, like a shock with every few punch kind of thing.
No, just a slap with the taser, basically.
All right, look at that! Holy shit! Look at that pack that got of me.
Right?
And we don't know what to do now because Len's not there.
It just, I mean...
Bitches doesn't want to be in charge anymore.
And it could have been any one of you. Because
Yeah.
you guys were a unit for years.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
We were a fucking team. We had this routine down. Fucking.
like, hey, you guys remember the night when Len discovered Jaeger?
Oh, God.
You know, we celebrated taking down that group of Famora. We went down to Josie's and, oh, yeah, he'll take a shot at tequila, right? And then we lead that, oh, hey, look at this. What's this, guys?
Some one-armed asshole.
Yeah, Jagerminster. Suddenly, 3 drinks in, he's on top of the bar shouting, "He's the gettest of the fenners." Falls out behind the thing and spends the next hour throwing up, or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple anecdotes like that become important too, because you have that shared history.
Mhm.
That's a story you guys could tell around the fire, and I mean, this is a thing you can do, not necessarily right now, but like even in your own time, right? Is build on that story together.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen plenty of media where you have a couple telling a story, and like they'll interrupt each other at points and shit like that, and go, "Oh, and then he said this, right? But I wasn't thinking it. Oh, yes, you were. I was there." You know, shit like that to give it more color and more flavor.
Mm-hmm. What was our pack name?
Hell, what's our totem?
Well, that was going to be the next question.
Both are valid.
Wow.
Those are some fucking big questions whenever it comes to like thinking up on the spot. But yeah, no.
Well, let's look at this. This is not a war pack.
No.
This is clearly not a overly aggressive. You know what I mean? I mean, they get shit done and they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. But this isn't like a war band. This isn't a boar kind of pack.
No.
Yeah.
This is this. I see this more of a subtle,
Cunning.
maybe cunning. Yes.
I was thinking, honestly, our pack serving as almost guardians more often than not. With this whole like talk of like, yeah, no, you're in our territory. We're going to introduce ourselves. If you don't fucking leave now, we'll make you. Or, you know, we're the first point of contact.
Okay. So more of a guardian pack. I can get behind that.
I like that. I do think cunning is probably the order of the day.
Yes. Agreed.
And to build on this too, right? This goes to this scenario that I originally gave you guys is now, for the whatever circumstances, and that might change as we're building this pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we can do that.
Right.
You guys end up at the Sept of the Stonebridge, working under Hank Carver, who is trying to carve out his territory between 2 cairns.
And
Certainly he could use a group.
Yeah, he knows our reputation.
So maybe this isn't Len's brother Grego, who I already don't like anymore. And this is more about the elder, I don't know, Vincent St. James, who owes Hank a salad from the old days. And Hank says, "I've heard about these guys. You get them out. They're mine now. Our debt is closed. They belong to me. You send them up here. Down here because of directions."
Okay. Yes.
Thoughts?
I do like that idea.
Yeah, I like it.
Like at
It's
this
better
point,
than
like,
the gambling brother.
Yeah.
Which, hey, that could be like the pretext. You know, like that was how they were going to like say, "Hey, Len, you're coming up here. You don't have a fucking choice."
But now we don't have to.
Right.
Exactly.
Now Vinny goes, "Guys, look. Y'all, look. Listen." Because we're in Tennessee still.
Yeah.
So y'all, look, listen.
Yeah, look. Listen. Listen, look.
Look, listen.
Listen, look.
You're being transferred. What do you mean? We're not kids. Yeah, I know, but I need you to do this for me.
Yeah.
We go back, and with everything that happened with Len, you guys getting out of town wouldn't be a terrible idea anyway. Because, hey, whatever happened really ruffled feathers with the local Silver Fang sept. This was a dispute that got out of hand.
And they need
Of course it got out of hand.
Okay.
And they need someone who's going to be ballsy enough to do it.
Well, confident enough.
No, you guys got to get out of town.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but...
okay. Fucking like a full-blown territorial dispute, maybe.
Yeah. You know, and that's how Len died, but now this has become a problem with the Silver Fangs. So, hey, Carver's calling in this favor all the better because you guys got to get out of town. This is not going to go well with you guys still here.
Gotcha.
You make the argument that Mishka Coldheart And, you know, Ivan Bloodfang are also dead.
Hmm.
And clearly, the deaths of 2 Silver Fangs outweighs that of a lowly Glasswalker.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay.
So we've already got a political reason to get you guys the fuck out of town. And, hey,
We could use the change.
Carver taking advantage of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're convinced because, hey, it's better for the Sept and it will be a good... Get out of here. You guys need a fresh start.
Yep.
Which leads you to the ABQ location to start the game anyway, which we're not actually doing. But this is fun to do.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's fun to do. So
Okay.
We're super-
Honestly, we kind of set up a pack like premise a little bit there. This can change for sure. But like I was just looking through my list here. What do you guys think about Fox?
The totem?
Yeah.
What's its ban?
Aid foxes, don't hunt foxes. It's kind of boring, the ban is. But the description specializes in creating confusion, luring friends and foes into compromising situations, springing a trap.
Okay, yeah.
I like that.
yeah.
That almost sounds like a dead ringer.
The benefits is like subterfuge, stealth, and streetwise, but like
Don't
Yep,
even
no,
care about
no.
the bonuses.
who cares?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't
even
care.
care about that. I liked the description. The description was like,
Yeah.
teach friends valuable lessons in this way, deal with and deal foes considerable harm.
Well, and that's the thing.
I just thought that description was kind of spot on for what we were describing a minute ago.
Agreed.
and that is the most important
Yeah.
thing. So absolutely.
Yep.
You know, the ban, look,
Yeah.
realistically, you gotta look at the ban because sometimes that could be a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
And the bonuses
not
are
eat
nice,
foxes.
but it's not the point.
Right.
So no,
Yeah.
I think that's perfect, guys.
So do I. Okay.
Yeah.
Boxes.
Fox.
All right.
Create confusion, lure people into compromising situation.
So are you guys the
mean-
hounds? As in the fox and the?
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh. I kind of like it.
Also added bonus. Carter can go send the hounds,
That's exactly
which is
what I was
just
thinking.
fun all by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what they're saying. Like, I'll
But
send
as in the
hounds.
fox and the hound.
Yeah.
So the hounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it, and it's a deed name that, like, on surface level, or a pack name on surface level, like, you know, calling a pack the Hounds, it's not a super descriptive thing, but at the same time, for like, yeah, if we are the guys who get the shit done,
Send in the hounds.
yeah, it works on so many different levels.
Ah. Nicely done, Porter. I like
Thank
that
you.
one.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, here's the question: if Stitch is stepping down from leader as part of like this, yeah, we need a change of pace. We need to try something new while we're out of town. Be the first one to step up.
I think not yet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that takes a while for that to
Okay.
happen.
I think that's something he's
Yeah.
wrestling with. And I think it's
Or
something...
he said something and then maybe I said, fuck you, you're not stepping down.
See, I was about to say, I think it's something that he's wrestling with and something that he has maybe confided thoughts of stepping down to Isabel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, fuck you, you're not stepping down. I'll help out. I'll carry some of your load, but no. Like, I am not a leader and I'm not having Haywire run this fucking show.
And in the meantime, I think he hasn't said anything to Haywire, right? Because Haywire and Len were kind of thick as thieves. They were a little bit Abbott and Costello, if you will.
I see that, yes. I see it like, yes, we're all four together, but like I think me and Len were a lot closer, and then Izzy and Stitcher were closer together too.
And knowing that Stitches is kind of going through this, Izzy's trying to step up, but she's not much of a leader herself, but she's trying to step up where she can to kind of bear some of his load. while still letting him be the like making him be the leader, like holding him to that standard while kind of just trying to.
Which I feel like is kind of putting her in that position as the new Beta, even as an unspoken.
Yeah.
And it's not something she does gladly though. Like it's just
like,
it's for Stitches, you know.
Yeah. No, I see.
Yeah, and that's one of those things of like, I like this sort of divide in the pack between like the tight knit friend groups versus like, yeah, we're all family, but these are just our favorites sort of thing.
Yes.
I could totally see, like, while Stitcher and Len were together as Alpha and Beta, it was always like, Stitch, tell Len what to do, Len's gonna get it done. Where Isabel's always been the one, he never had to say a thing.
Well, and I think, because, you know, as we all know, the dynamics are always different with people, right? So I think definitely Haywire and Len, and this is, I mean, it's only relevant in terms of further character building. Right. And anecdotes looking back. But, right, you look at Haywire and Len, right, and that was very, these were like the brothers. That this was they got in trouble.
Maybe they were.
Len would go up and Haywire would be right at his back, right there beside him.
Right, you know, you had Len as the cooler if Haywire went too fucking big, or just the opposite.
Oh.
Is Len would start as the cooler, and then Haywire would come in and ruffle feathers.
Yep.
You know, I'm. It is. We look at, you know, I look at other examples I point to, like Casey Affleck in Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
Like you look at Ben and Casey in Good Will Hunting, and I think that was kind of that vibe. You know, they busted each other's balls.
Yes.
Where I could see with Stitch and Len, you know, there's maybe fond memories of fucking Hank chilling out in a hot tub with a fucking stogie and some brandy or something. Going, this is the life here, boss. This is the big time, Stitch. We stick with this, could be the rest of our days. Kicking ass and fucking relaxing. Look at what we've done, kind of thing. Right?
And
And
the
then,
business partner sort of thing.
right.
Yeah.
You know, look at us make it. And then with Izzy, I think it's maybe the they bonded through violence.
Yes. Yes, they did.
You know, when it was time to bust heads, you know, for Izzy to do what she did best. Like, oh man, no, Len's right there behind her. Like, what? I didn't know you did this. I thought you were the talk guy. Calm down.
Yeah.
You know?
Len said, hey, Haywire, I want you to make her of this fetish. I want you to do it for me. Your rings / brass knuckle.
Were his idea?
Yes, they were Len's idea. And he said,
I'm
I
thinking-
need you to do it for me.
I'm thinking Len and Izzy used to like we would go and like hang out, right? Like in a hot tub. Maybe we'd go to a bar to just hang out. And Len would be like, Izzy, how many shots do you think you can take and beat him in your Hamid form? Pick out like the biggest guy in the room.
Yeah, they'd go out and start a fight.
They would stay there.
Yeah, and then he'd try to outdrink Izzy, just trying to get Izzy drunk as fuck. And then like pick a fight with the biggest guy in the room.
See?
And
Look at
sick her
The guy
on
that
him.
finds like, yeah, Len's the guy who finds like the fight club,
Yeah.
so Izzy can have some fun.
Yeah.
The pack can make some money.
And in the meanwhile, he's laughing his ass off, watching her kick the shit out of this guy.
And the guy had no idea it was coming. He thought he was picking a fight with Lenny.
Izzy comes up behind. She's the knee basher.
It's going to hit you in the Adam's apple so hot it's going to fly back to the orchard.
It's going to look like somebody took a bite out of it.
And I like that idea about the fetish. Only I want to add to it is that while he was working on it, right, and as he sees it, and then goes to Haywire, he goes, this thing is god awful. It is gaudy as shit and and helps unfuck it.
Tone it down.
Right?
Okay, yeah. Tone it
The
down. I love it.
rhinestones? Absolutely not.
Right? Like it either was super impractical or crazy ugly or both. But it's like the thought was there, so you two teamed up to unfuck it.
Okay, I deal with that, yeah.
Because we want to build those relationships, not just with the dead guy. The dead guy's important, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of the crux at this point. But we need those interpersonal relationships with you guys, too.
Yeah.
I hope y'all are seeing what we're doing here.
This is fucking awesome. This is good.
It's a good wrench in the
I'm
works,
having a lot
too,
of fun.
right?
I forgot we were recording for a second.
I kind of want to play these characters someday.
Right, they might show up at some point. Who knows?
Well, if you can get all the info for it.
Well, it's recorded, so...
Yeah.
The house.
What's it called? We're going to be going through fucking... We're going across the island and we're going to hear about a new pack coming called the Hounds. We're going to get in a territorial dispute with them, and we know what's going to happen.
No.
All right, so question, and maybe Porter's get the only answer. I don't know, but this pack, Len was the face and the voice of this pack.
Okay.
What was Len's deed name?
I've been playing with that a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's where I got to Bruno. Because, through my, the whole time, I'm thinking with the, the kind of Rat Pack, kind of Dean Martin kind of vibe, and I'm thinking something, again, I flashed to Bruce Willis back in Moonlighting, and I'm thinking, something like that. Moonlighter, fucking, obviously Mac Tonight. So, I had all this imagery in my head that's pointing me to something Moon related. Obviously, I mean, if I were a Fianna, it'd be Moonshine. But, I mean, that's so on the nose. But,
yeah. But being a Glasswalker.
Right. I mean, I could still do it. I know it's not appropriate here.
What about you guys? What do you think? Any ideas?
I mean, first thing that comes to mind is just like fucking deal maker. He's the one that's always making the deals, always sealing the deal sort of thing. He's the one talking it through. If we wanted to go super fucking thorough, could just call him Face, like the Face off the A Team.
I don't hate that.
Naming is a weakness of mine.
Yeah, this is tough because I kind of want to. Again, he's the face of this team.
Hey, or if we want to once again deal into it was said earlier, fucking Friday, because when you need something done, I'm your guy.
I don't hate that either. He's got something. It's brewing.
We can save it.
Lenny Two Ways Hawkins, known as Friday to his friends. See, it's going to go one of two ways.
Jesus.
Wow.
What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, I think to us it's Friday.
Exactly. When you're talking about him, because he was family, it was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you were at the moot.
Yep, he's Two Ways.
2 ways.
Yep, Lenny Two Ways Hawkins.
It's the time that maybe like one of the Cubs overheard us talking to him, calling him Friday. One of us overhears the Cub referring to him as Friday. They get the quick little smack across the back of the head. It's 2 ways to you, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to go one of two ways. You're going to learn and fix your mistake.
Or you're going to be shown the mistake.
Or your mother's going to wish you no other work a coat hanger.
Oh, man.
Christ, I do like these characters.
This is already fun.
These are good. This is good. Wow.
This is already just a fun pack, and like we've got the dynamic there, we've got how they behave, you've got how to start, and hey, most importantly, we haven't even put anything on a sheet for these guys.
Exactly.
We don't need to.
No.
We don't even need to.
Keep them in your back pocket.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because who knows?
Yeah, maybe one day.
This has been too much fun, right? Now I know we're winding down in time, so let me stop and ask you, because I know for a fact you ain't never done this before.
Nope, definitely not.
So, how did it go? What are your thoughts?
This was, as in like...
But yeah, is the process of creating a pack together, and
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And it's the process of creating the pack together, as well as the creating the older pack together, so you are now responsible for that shared history.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a very collaborative effort.
Right. Whereas I think if we started all brand new and we all had, let's say we had those characters, I don't think we would have that background. Obviously, we wouldn't have that background yet. But, like, what would that look like and how far could we take it in real life? There's too many variables for it to to know for sure. But to have that and build those first, I think will help create this pack, help keep that dichotomy concrete.
Yeah, you are creating old friends by creating them together.
Yes.
And as much as these are your characters, they also kind of, it all belongs to all of us because it's being done as a single unit.
Yes.
Right?
Agreed.
Like, it's not, how dare you tell me about my character? No, I'm suggesting a thing about your character because I know all this about your character because I was here for it all. We all did this together.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do, but here's a thought and it's a valid one. So, I'm sorry, CJ, you've been trying to talk.
Good thing. It was a lot of yes and, which is fucking great, and that's how it should be with something like this, unless it's a absolutely horrendous idea. But you should still work around it a little bit. Another thing that this does help with is like, let's say we've got a moot in game and we need a couple stories. Oh, we've already got the idea, we've already got the shared history, we've already got some of the ideas of like how these interactions go. Let's say, I've got to get up and tell the story because Len's dead and we need, the alpha's got to say it, or whoever, since we don't have a Philodox to throw everything on. I want to tell a story of, hey, let's have Izzy and Stitch go off on a solo mission together for a second. Like, hey, what do you think this mission might have looked like? How do you think it might have worked? Was this like the equivalent of a stealth op where stealth is optional in a game? Or was this that moment of like, maybe they bonded a little bit over combat, or Isabel learned a new way to like get them in that extra situation, and we can bounce those ideas easier off since we both got an idea of both of the characters.
Exactly.
Oh,
I could do the same thing with Haywire right there. We've already got that idea.
Oh,
and then once
CJ,
again, hey, I want to tell a story involving Len.
Oh, CJ, it's the time that they went bowling together. She had never gone bowling, and Haywire took her bowling. Okay?
Oh my god!
And the fucking sleazeball 2 lanes over kept fucking
hitting
just
on Izzy.
eye-banging Izzy. Yeah. And he goes over to talk to her, and she just broke a nail, putting her finger in the fucking hole of this thing, and she's pissed off about it. And she hits him in the face with this bowling ball. So fucking hard, it caves in the front of his skull.
I'm never going bowling again.
I'm sorry.
That was
Did
a
I
terrible
forget to
idea.
warn you that she's a lot stronger than she looks? Oh shit, silly me. So
And
man,
I'm
I
just sitting
forgot. I'm
here.
so sorry.
Hey, wait, you son of a bitch, I told you these finger holes were too small. I wanted the one with the rose, you asshole. This wouldn't have happened if I had the one with the rose on the ball. I don't know why I'm talking like she's like a mall. She's like Bugsy Siegel's Goyle. I don't know why that was in my heart. But. Sorry, it's just it clicked, and I'm like, oh my god!
Behind you. Yeah. It's just sitting at the little computer entering the scores, occasionally slipping in an extra point here or there.
And Len has come back with the tray of beers, like, oh Jesus!
Yeah, what did you guys do?
You couldn't have held off.
Izzy
for 2
and
minutes?
Stitches going on a mission together, and Stitches is trying to teach Izzy how to be stealthy about it, and she's just like itching to go, and he's like, no, stay low, we're going this way. Patience, Izzy.
Patience. Hey, you can kill that guy. What, fast? Make it clean, don't let him make a sound.
It has to be fast.
That works.
Okay.
Maybe it doesn't cave in his skull, but like she fucking hits him with like a haymaker, but still has the bowling ball in her hand.
Yeah.
So like just fucking fucks off his jaw then.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
She has the ball in her hand and hits him with it.
Yeah, she hits him with the fucking ball.
Yep. I mean, like, did I forget to mention she's a lot stronger than she looks?
Can't believe they only gave me the 10-pound one.
I like these guys.
This is fantastic.
This is a great little pack.
And I apologize for getting back.
So much fucking mischief.
Right? And again, is you guys, and sadly now, right? Because
Yeah.
we're getting attached. But see, we're getting attached already, right?
Yeah, I'm way fucking attached.
You know, this is one of the benefits. No one is a main character because you're all doing this together.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
It's important. You know, and there's
You're
going to be...
building the character with the other members in mind.
Yes. And with a shared history in future goals together, as like a pack should be.
Yeah, we didn't build the characters. We built the pack.
Yes.
And I'm honestly feeling a little lost on what this dynamic looks like without Lenny, and I'm sure the characters are feeling the exact same.
Which is, I think, the point of this whole, like...
With this particular setup, with Lenny being dead, yeah. Because, like I said, it hasn't been a year yet.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably been less
What
than...
does the long drive to Albuquerque look like?
Well,
I think it's a moon bridge.
Possibly. I mean, yeah, it makes more sense for a moon bridge. But yeah, I think it's just under a year, and that anniversary is about to hit. So everyone's a little bit more on edge.
I think maybe a 6-month anniversary at that point. Because since it's evolved to become a territorial dispute where they had to get out of town.
Okay, 6 months.
But 6 months is still significant. So yeah, it's just before that 6 months. So yeah, because you make that a part of it. That how that factors in and how they're feeling about it, because it's still raw, but it is an anniversary. And yeah, that how they put this world together now is an important part of it.
And the dynamic is still new and forming, and
right, which gives you leeway with new characters, even though you have the shared past.
Yeah. How do they do the how do they celebrate the anniversary? Like, perform it? They all go buy out like Lenny's favorite drink. How does everybody respond to it?
And maybe that becomes a conversation with the pack.
That's maybe where we start.
But see, this has been, again, this is character building as a group, and then again to add that extra wrench into it to where it's older characters. So you don't have to. You're experienced players, so there's no reason you have to start at the start. And by creating the pack together, you're able to fill in some of the holes in the story that becomes a problem when you're starting characters at a higher rank. You guys, if we were running these characters, okay, if Chronicle 2 were the Adventures of the Hounds, it's not. But if Chronicle 2 was to be that,
I'm a little sad now.
Then you guys could spend off time, that special fucking room in Discord, talking about, okay, well, what was the name of the sept we came from? Who are some of the people there? Who are some of our friends? And make up characters and stories about, Tina, the warder's niece, who had a crush on the master of the challenge, who had no interest in her whatsoever. And how she would embarrassingly throw herself at him and then would talk Haywire's ear off because they were kind of pals. And she's like, well, what do you think? Do you think when he said this, do you think he really meant that he liked me?
No.
Something like that. The little shit that just was part of your daily lives.
And then Stitches hated listening to it because he had a little crush on her.
Maybe.
And he'd be like...
Hey,
why don't you tell about the time that I did the thing that he did, but only better? Hey, you can't help. Hey, where you can't help out? Can't be like, hey, we hit the showers the other day, and apparently Stitches has a 15-inch penis. I don't know.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, hey, Stitch. Tell about how that Master Challenge. Wouldn't fucking hold it in when he was fighting a skull pig. He just retched everywhere. It took a tusk to the ribs. It's that little dig.
He's a vegetarian. Just saying.
Just saying.
You know what that means, right?
I love how we went with Tennessee.
Yep.
But I have taken us to like 20s Boston.
Hey, it's not
or Chicago. Fucking
yeah, either one.
Yeah.
Either one. Actually, I feel like that might have been better. But it's not the point of the process.
We could easily pick it up and move it.
Exactly. Or we could just start using Southern accents, but I think...
This was fun.
Yeah, this is more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But I do think that's about the time we have. We could keep going on this.
We could.
Oh, heck yeah.
But we shouldn't,
though.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed both the show and the wrench I threw on it. And I hope all you folks at home have learned a thing or two, got a new technique or something. Maybe you want to try with your groups. It's all in the interest of keeping everything cohesive and keeping everyone together. Promoting that group play and that collaborative effort in a way that doesn't stifle
telling better stories.
Yes.
In a way that doesn't stifle the creativity, yes.
So on behalf of the Hounds...
Hey-o!
Hey.
We want to say thanks so much for listening and hanging out with us. We'll see you next week for something Let's Play or Let's Play related. I'm not sure how the schedule breaks down yet, but you'll figure it out. Thank you so much for your support. And if you haven't yet, hey, there's still time. And until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, keep your claws sharp, your head in a swivel, and we'll see you.
Yeah, so look at Dan. He's got friends.